Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Indiana High School basketball is on the air from the campus of Central Christian Academy. It is the Central Christian Chargers against the Traders Point Knights. I'm Justin Griffiths. Alongside me is the coach, Alan Weems, with Coach Keith Myers on the camera and Chuck Levine, our producer tonight. Coach Weems, going into this game, both teams are extremely young. Traders Point comes in at 3-6, while Central Christian comes in at 0-12.
They're very young teams. I think I counted 16 out of the 22 roster members between the two teams as freshmen. In any way, shape, or form, you are talking about rebuild.
This game is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Bertner Electric provides quality electrical service in the central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And the IHSAA, the Heartland Athletic Collegiate Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on hcac.tv, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us at HCACD3. Coach, like we said, a lot of young players coming in here. Traders Point coming in tonight with 3 wins, led by Andrew Hensley, who averages 10.8 points per game, followed by Cam Reese, 9.1 points per game, and Joel Cook, 8.2 points per game.
You know, at least with Traders Point, you're getting what you would expect to have happen on any year, and that is being led by a couple seniors and a junior. And if any coach has their choice, they're going to have a nice bit of experience leading the team. I mean, that's just the way they would like to have it. And Traders has some of that. But they also have, like 6 freshmen. I mean, so they're trying to work a lot of young kids in with some of their returners.
And going into this, Hensley also leads the team in rebounds and assists. Rebounds, he's at 4.9 rebounds a game and 2.2 assists per game. So I really look for him to have a big night, while Cam Reese Cam Reese leads the team in assists with 4 a game, and Joel Cook has 4.7 rebounds per game.
And again, that just shows the experience level, the age of their 3 leaders. And again, if any coach has their druthers, they're going to have 3 kids that are leading them just like those 3.
And I mean, this is going to be a big one because Traders Point is currently on a 4-game losing streak against the Chargers. Overall series, Central Christian leads it 4-3, and again, it hasn't been close the last 4 years.
Well, you're talking about 2 small Class A schools in the IHSAA, and when you have that, you're always going to have stretches of time where, frankly, you're going to be rebuilding. It just is what it is at the small school level.
Yeah, and I mean, going into this game, like we said, both teams under 500, looking to get their season jump-started before the tournament draw comes out in March. And Traders Point, they were averaging 41.4 points per game, giving up 58.1. I really see that this team is going to be able to control the tempo when it comes to their pace of play.
Well, I think any team would like to have that opportunity to control that pace. And with their experience, you would think that they would have the advantage over Central Christian as far as being able to dictate what pace they would like to play.
And I mean, Harrell has this game going 58-43 in favor of Traders Point, which honestly is higher scoring than I thought it would be because, like I said, Traders only averages 41.4. Central Christian only averages 37.7 points per game.
Well, part of that is, the computer does all of these calculations, and both teams also give up some pretty good points. Central Christian at 64, and then Traders Point is giving up 58. So when you figure in the offense versus the defense, the computers have it coming out to probably about a 15-point game. And what I've found with John Harrell is as you get later in the season, it becomes pretty accurate.
I mean, Harrell has always been great. The Sagarin ratings also lead into it being in favor of Traders Point. They have a Sagarin rating of 32.07, 81st in 1A. As we get a look in here to Coach Brandon Saget, his second year at the helm at Traders Point. When we come back, we will talk more Central Christian from the next break. You're watching high school basketball on IndianaSRN.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Back at the campus of Central Christian Academy, Bobby Brown Court, and Coach Weems. It is amazing that even though Coach Brown is not there anymore as the head coach, he's still there. He's still there as the athletic director. He has put in a number of years here at Central Christian Academy, and actually we see him right there, not in a suit for the first time in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, as a former coach at Greenwood Christian Academy, we got to a point where, us and Central Christian had a pretty good rivalry. Our boys programs really duked it out over the course of a 10-year period of time. And I want to tell you what, Bobby's teams always came ready to play, and they were always real intense.
Yeah, those games were always fun because it was a packed-out gym. And, again, he's still the athletic director. He's still doing even the menial jobs of mopping up wet spots, as you see here. So, Coach Brown, hope you have at least more relaxed time as the athletic director and not having to pull double duty here tonight.
And I think that's a key. He doesn't have to pull double duty.
Yeah, I mean, running around as the athletic director and all that is a full-time job in itself with game day. Let's go ahead and talk about these Central Christian Chargers. We have Baker leading the way with 9.4 points per game, Perry with 9.3, and Allen 8.0. Again, kind of shows when they're averaging 37 points per game and none of their starting top three scorers are in double digits on the season.
Well, they've got 8 freshmen on their 9-man roster, and it's really difficult when you try to make the jump from junior high to high school, and I don't care what level you're talking about. There are not many Damon Baileys out there that are able to make the jump and take off right away. So most freshmen have a learning curve, and that's not going to be any different at Central Christian. And they're probably doing about as well as you could ask them to do for their experience level. I mean, you're talking about 38 points a game. I can guarantee you, I haven't looked, but I'm almost convinced that there's other teams out there averaging less playing older kids.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is where you said they have 8 freshmen playing. Now these freshmen getting in their second semester, they're going to start playing like sophomores, while the sophomores and juniors are going to start playing a level up. So Central Christian is going to have a good team going forward. They didn't field a team last year, which I think hurts them a little bit. But having a team this year, it being homecoming, fans are going to be packed in here. It's a small gym, going to get loud, and it's going to have an amazing atmosphere once we get this ball tipped.
It seemed like that it was packed out every time we were there and when I was coaching, because I had a lot of people yelling at me all the time.
I was going to say, I remember doing some of those GCA boys games. I didn't get to do any GCA, CCA girls games, but the boys games, I do remember there was a lot of yelling. It was a fierce rivalry, so I can only imagine what it was like for you on the girls' side.
Oh, yeah, it was. And they had a couple of coaches over there I really thought a lot of. And it was a great rivalry. They're South Side, we were Greenwood, so pretty close in proximity.
Yeah, I mean, was it 8 minutes in between your two schools at least, in between Greenwood and Central Christian?
Not many more than that.
I mean, we're 45 seconds away here from tip as we get closer here. Again, John Harrell has this as a 13-point win for Traders Point, evening it out. Central Christian, talking about the Sagarin ratings, they are at 12.2, good for 99th in 1A. And this is just going to be one of these games where it's going to test who has the more mental toughness going in here, as both teams looking to get their season started before the drawings come out in March.
And they would like to be playing really good basketball in about 3 weeks. And they've got time to get there, but, it's mid-part of January. They need to get going.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one of these times where it's put up or shut up, and I think that's inching closer than both teams would like as we're going to step away for the national anthem. Again, you're watching Central Christian, Traders Point, here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Next up for our junior class, we have Mateo Rodriguez and Salvador Suarez. As for our senior queen candidates, we have the following. First up, Caitlin Beasley. Caitlin is in Redwood tonight by her father, Jason Beasley. One of the things she had loved about her time here at CC CCA is being part of the Charger family. Our future plans include becoming a child-like specialist.
No.
A few words of wisdom to share with underclassmen would be, but in the end, it's only a passing thing, this shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Next up, we have Helen Cabillo. Helen is escorted tonight by her brother, Francisco Cabillo. Her favorite memory about her time here at CCA is the relationship she has built with her students and staff. She says it has become a comfortable place to be in. Our future plans include attending a nursing school and becoming an RN. A few words of wisdom she has to share with her underclassmen would be, ask questions and take advantage of the opportunities you are given. Once again, Helen Cabillo. Next up, we have Jamie Rich. Jamie is escorted tonight by her teacher, Mr. Arias.
They are not.
Her favorite memory about her time at CCA is her 8th grade science class. Our future plans include attending nursing school. A few words of wisdom shared with our underclassmen would be, use the small class sizes to your advantage because you get to do what you do really fun things and make the most of it. Once again, Jamie Rich. Next up,
he's glad that this is funny. Grandma and Grandpa all over the world is happy that.
A favorite memory of our time at CCA is being able to hang out with friends. Our future plans include a profession in the medical field. A few words of wisdom to share with our underclassmen would be, don't be afraid to fail, because failures would be the ladder of your success.
Who knows?
Once again, Nevaeh Smith. Lastly, we have Olivia Stringer.
Well, here's the crazy thing. Is I hope they don't put another 15 minutes on the clock.
Olivia is escorted tonight by her father and pastor, R.T. Stringer. One of the things she loves the most about CCA is the teachers and how were there genuinely and care about the students.
No.
Our future plans include attending Ivy Tech. A few words of wisdom to share with our underclassmen would be, why not? Why not take the opportunity? Why not give it your all? Why not go after it? Once again, Olivia Stringer. Coming up now are key candidates. First off, we have Fernando Santiago. Fernando is escorted by Christy Watson. His favorite memory about his time at CCA is J-turn.
You want to shout him all
because he learned a lot. He also had fun with the people he was in class with. His future plans include finding a better paying job.
There you go, that's everybody.
A few words of wisdom to share with his underclassmen would be, in the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity. Once again, Fernando.
That's the king.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your homecoming court. Coming out next year, 2023 homecoming Queen King, Max Bullis and Daily Mission. Ladies and gentlemen, if we got a drum roll, please. Your senior 2024 homecoming king, Fernando Santiago. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I ask for a drum roll, please. Your 2024 homecoming queen, Helen Cabillo. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, give it up for your homecoming force. You may now be seated as we get started on our game.
Go to a commercial.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Is this running all the way down to 20? Okay, so you got a 40-minute pregame show today that we didn't know. Because what you told me was we were going to do.
Keith, I told you, was going to open at 6, we do 6:30. We'll put 20 minutes on the clock. That's what I told you. If you got to do whatever you got to do, that's fine. That's what I told you. I told you what it is. I didn't know. You seem worked up, so.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many.
welcome back to Central Christian Academy here as we thank you all for joining us once again on homecoming night, and especially thank you Mama B from Central Christian for the donation during our break. You can hit the donate button like Mama B on our website, IndianaSRN.org. No gift is too big or too small. Again, our game day sponsors for Central Christian against Traders Point are going to be the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical service in the central Indiana area. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. In the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, watch the best Division III basketball on IHSAA.tv, where you always have a front row seat, and you can follow us on X at HCACD3. Coach Alan Weems, I'm Justin Griffiths here. Chuck Levine, our producer for the night, and Coach Keith Myers on the camera. Coach Weems, I'm going to ask you this. Going into tonight, we talked about it before the homecoming ceremonies. We talked off air about the homecoming ceremonies. What does that do as a mindset for each team, coaching-wise, where you get warmed up and then you got to sit there for 20 minutes or so?
Let me tell you that as a 35-year teacher, I have learned that if nothing else in education, you've got to be flexible. And that's exactly the right tonight. I mean, most of the time, coaches are very aware of what's going on and how it's going to happen during the night. So they've probably prepared their teams in that way for just that night.
I know going into junior college, and especially a team that doesn't have a football program like Central Christian. I went to Vincennes University. We didn't have a football team, so homecoming was always during basketball season. It's a nice reprieve. Especially, it just depends on when you program it. They did it before the game, so I think it helps get your mindset into it so you're not distracted come halftime and you're able to make your adjustments and going forward and being able to execute a little bit better starting in the second half.
Well, I can tell you that my experience has been that it's usually been at halftime. Well, at halftime, you usually got a basketball player or two that are out there for the homecoming festivities as well. So from a coaching standpoint, and I've not observed it before, a game before, but it makes a little bit of sense for that reason.
Yeah, and I mean, we're looking here at Central Christian, Braylon Davis. He's going to be one of your starters tonight. Again, a very young team coming in here for the Chargers. As Coach Weems mentioned, 8 of their 9 players are freshmen. And, Coach, you've had to deal with a lot of freshmen in your years at GCA, especially with Alexis Mead and Izzy Reed. What, as a coach coming in here, you're 0-12, how do you get these freshmen not to hang their heads going forward?
I remember Bobby Brown and I had a conversation, this may be 7 or 8 years ago. We were getting ready to play a tournament over there, and Bobby was struggling. He was having an uncharacteristically tough season. And as I said to him then, because I'd had one the year before, and he said, how did you handle it? And I said, well, we just had to focus on things other than winning. And I think what Central Christian would do this evening is focus on what can we do to get better. What are the things that we need to be doing to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year.
And again, these freshmen, they're going to be playing like sophomores at some point in the second half of the season. They always do. Again, everybody's going to play a year up, so it's going to be very interesting as we get ready here for tip-off. We're under a minute from the national anthem, and again, Coach, it's always going to be a challenge, especially when you didn't field a team last year. You lose some of that momentum that Coach Brown was able to build up over his long tenure here at Central Christian.
Well, I can guarantee you that the current coaches aren't thinking along those lines. What they're going to be doing is thinking about what are the things that we need to do to get these freshmen ready for the rest of this year and to see marked improvement next year.
And that coach is Mike Kinney, again, first-year coach at Central Christian Academy. 0-12 coming in here, but again, not being able to make sure that his team doesn't hang their heads at the end of the night, regardless of the scoreboard, is going to be paramount. And again, as you see him here, he's coaching up these kids, making sure that they're locked in. And at some point, they got to buy in and let's see if they're able to do that. So tonight, we're going to step away, and next you're going to have the starters for both teams. You're watching Indiana Basketball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Again here at Central Christian Academy, we're moments away from tip. We're going to kick it down to the PA announcer for the starting 5, first for Traders Point.
And now, your starting lineup for Traders Point Christian. Number 2, Andrew Hingley. Number 4, Kennedy. Number 5, Dave Fisher. Number 11, Coca-Cola. Number 21, Roll Cook. The first competition coached by Brandon Hayden.
Well, there you have it. It is Hensley, Cam Reese, Gage Fisher, Quentin Jones, Joel Cook for Traders Point, and it is Josiah Riggins, Mason Allen, Jordan Worthern, Braylon Davis, and Kai Baker. And Coach Weems, we were talking. I had to pull you away from these two of these 3 officials as we get ready for in our interim. Good friends of your both as Traders Point wins this tip, or Central Christian wins the tip.
Yeah, those officials that might have had a lot of experience together.
Central Christian working it around the edge. Traders Point opens up in man, and this one is going to be a turnover. First turnover of the night for the Chargers. Here come the Knights of Traders Point. Down low, up and in. Good movement here by Traders Point. Cam Reese for the first 2 of the game. Central Christian comes out. Kai Baker now to Braylon Davis. Back to Kai. To Riggins. Again, Central Christian being able to move it around here. First shot is up. No. Rebound by Cam Reese. And here come the Knights. Again, Cameron Reese leading down the charge. Kicks it out. 4-3. No. No. Put back up and in for.
Oh, well. Okay. Sure. Looks like,
and it's 4-0 early on for Traders Point.
Okay. All right. Traders Point in that zone still. Looks like a foul called. Bad screen.
As the turnover goes against Central Christian, again, second turnover of the game for the Chargers. 6:38 left to play. It's early, 4-0 Traders Point, as Cam Reese is going to bring it up here for the Knights. In between the circles against this 2-3 zone from the Chargers. Cam drives right, kicks it out, stolen away, and here come the Chargers. They are going to lay it up. No. Rebound, Reese, and here come the Knights. They almost traveled, and no call. Here comes Reese, down low, up, and in. 6-0 early on for the Knights of Traders Point. Cam Reese has at least 4 of them. 6:08 left to go. 6-0 Traders Point here early on. Kai Baker kicks it out to Braylon Davis. And we're going to have our first foul of the game against or our second foul of the game, 1 on each side.
Okay. Looks like, yeah, that was a foul. I didn't even see where the foul was, but the official certainly did.
So Kai Baker is going to take it outside. And our game here, Coach Weems, again, trying to talk to the officials. That one stolen away and up and in by Andrew Hensley. And a quick timeout by Central Christian Academy. It is 8-0 early. Traders Point. 5:44 left to go in this first quarter of play. As, again, Traders Point really being able to kick it off. Hensley has 2. Cam Reese has at least 4. Each team has 1 foul apiece. As, once again, Traders Point able to get off to a hot start in the ballgame. Quick 30-second timeout here by Coach Kenny. And again, the Central Christian Academy Chargers have not been able to get a good possession here. Each possession they've either had a turnover or an offensive foul. And we're going to start here again. Central Christian is going to have the ball. 5:44 left to go in the first quarter of play. Kai Baker is going to take it up here for the Chargers as Andrew Hensley puts a little pressure on here. Baker breaks it and now almost gets trapped. Kicks it down low, and it's out of bounds, a third consecutive turnover. Here comes Traders Point again, looking to push this to a 10-point game. As that one's error thrown, and here comes Kai Baker for the Chargers. Baker in between the circles. Now gets double-teamed, throws it to Kyler Perry, who checked in at the last half, or timeout. 3, no good. Rebound by Riggins, and he is fouled. Second foul go against Traders Point. 5:09 left to play in the first quarter. 8-0 early for the Knights. Perry now kicks it over to Allen. Allen to Riggins. Back to Allen. To Singer, who checked into the game on that last dead ball. Singer kicks it around to Perry, who drives, kicks it back out. Again, good ball movement. Not able to get a shot, though, and we're going to have a 4th turnover here by Central Christian Academy. Traders Point comes up, leading 8-0. 5:30 left to go. Long three, no good. Rebound, and it's going to be jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Knights. As we get ready to set up here. Reese kicks it over. Shot is long again. Fast break opportunity here by Central Christian, and they lose the handle. Cam Reese kicks it up ahead and lays it up and in. That is Joel Cook for 2. It's 10-0. And another turnover comes for Traders Point, and Cam gets it up and in. 6 points for Cam Reese. Here we go again. Central Christian travels with the ball. Another turnover for the Chargers. And 3:49 left to go. 12-0 in favor of Traders Point. As we have an officials timeout, looking to get a little moisture on the Traders Point sideline. Get a little moisture wiped up here. And again, 3:49 left to go in this first quarter of play.
Hello. Okay.
Here we go again for Traders Point, down, up 12-0. Moves it around. Quentin Jones drives, kicks it to Reese. Skip pass, long three. No, rebound by Quentin Jones. Put back is good. Quentin Jones with 2. And it's 14-0 here for Traders Point. And an unnecessary foul is going on against Joel Cook, his first. 3rd team foul against Traders Point.
Central Christian. Okay. Yes. All right.
Central Christian drives down low, put up no, rebound by 3 Traders Point Knights.
They were crashing the boards then.
Great job to have you back here, Coach. I had to pull you away here during a dead ball.
I'm happy to be here.
And a jump ball, possession arrow goes to Central Christian. Again, what have you been able to see as you were talking, mingling with the crowd in this first quarter for Central Christian? They played really fast and had a lot of turnovers.
Well, they're playing like freshmen at this point in time, and I know their coach would love for them to, settle down some. And you can't. This is another Christian school they're playing against, and so they would like to be really competitive with them.
Traders Point up 14-0. Quick turnover, and it's actually going to stay. No, it will go to the Chargers.
Yeah. It actually, I think, went through somebody's legs, and they didn't touch it. So Central Christian, as they've come down, they have rushed. They need to settle down a little bit and look for some good shots.
And we see that here with the rushing as they work it on the corner. Drives up, no. Rebound by Traders Point.
Those are tough shots. I mean, you're driving the lane and going against bigger kids, and then, instead of getting your feet underneath, you're tending to float with it.
Cam.
Nice job of stepping in there.
Josiah Riggins has the ball now over to Kyler Perry. Perry kicks it out. Round the corner. This is what you like to do on that zone, is make them extend.
in theory, that should open things up in the middle, but Central Christian isn't really doing anything with the middle.
Working around the corners, kicking it down low, and stolen away by Andrew Hensley.
And that's what you're going to find, just some decisions that are really questionable when you're talking about a bunch of young kids.
Little confusion. Long three, no. Rebound, put back up, no. Rebound.
It's going to be a jump ball.
And our third jump ball in the quarter, 1:26 left to go. Traders Point up 14-0, and they got the arrow.
As you can see right now, you can see that Traders Point at this point in time, almost through the first quarter, has had more control and done a good job of moving the basketball.
Traders triggers the ball inside to the corner. Daffler kicks it out. Three ball, no. And here comes Central Christian trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time this quarter.
Okay.
Hudson Miller drove inside, and we'll get to see 2 for the Chargers, as that is the 4th team foul against Traders Point.
You see them always, they're going to put the ball on the wing, and then the wing's going to try to penetrate it down the middle. See if they can turn the corner on the defense.
They were able to do so against Daffler, and he picks up the foul.
There you go.
And the 14-0 run ends on a free throw make. 14-1, 1:08 left to go in this first quarter of play. Traders Point has dominated from the opening tip.
Nice.
Second free throw is up and good for Hudson Miller.
Really nice free throw for him.
Jumper is up and no. Rebound, here comes the Chargers trying to get their first field goal is Kyler Perry. Perry kicks it outside. And now driving and kicking it out for Miller for three. No. Rebound. Traders Point, one and done again.
That was a good shot, though, and it was a really good pass to create that shot. So that's something I think Coach can live with.
Drives along the baseline, no, and we're going to get a foul here with 34.4 against Central Christian. Only the second team foul in the quarter. And as we get ready here again for a substitution,
I can tell you that Central Christian is going to be talking about blocking out.
A lot of second chance opportunities here for Traders Point.
Many.
Three ball in the corner. Toughest shot in one of the toughest shots in basketball to hit. And we're going to have a foul on Central Christian.
You know, that's an out of bounds play that every team in the state runs, boys or girls.
And you've had some good players there on the girls' side of things. Again, Alexis Mead.
Yeah, I mean we had some really good players, and as soon as I start naming some, I'll forget some others.
I was going to say Alexis was that three-point specialist the first year I covered GCA girls, as that three is no good by Kenneth Reese. And again, last possession here, potentially Central Christian looking to get their first field goal. Kicks it down, or drives, is Baker. No good. Rebound by Traders Point. And I don't think they realize how much time's left on the clock, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Traders Point dominates early, 14-2 after one.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
As we get ready to start the second quarter, let's go ahead and thank Officially Human. Our mission is to restore the respect to the game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Thanks to our officials. Without them, we don't play. Sportsmanship is everybody's job. And, Coach, again, these referees very talented and have been called this game very closely, but allowed these kids to play at the same time. Great mixture of both. And let's go ahead and, again, thank Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe offers traditional foods like Grandma used to make, a great staff, and even better foods. Check us out Wednesday through Sunday. Call ahead 317-760-1640 as Central Christian has the first possession here in the second quarter. That ball's rejected. And here come Traders Point. Once again, 3-ball for the Knights is no good long. And here comes the Chargers. Kai Baker kicks it out for 3. Good! Big time 3. First 3, and that one's stolen away, and here come the Chargers. Mason Allen lays it up. Nobody's fouled. Cameron Reese picks up the foul, and Mason Allen will shoot 2. So again, Mason Allen will go ahead and shoot 2 free throws. 7:18 left to play in the first half. 14-5, Traders Point leads, and that free throw is off the mark, no good. Substitutions for the Knights coming into the ball game as Mason Allen gets ready to shoot the second free throw, up and good. 14-6 is the Knights' lead. Again, 2-3 zone for Central Christian. And they extend that out on whoever the ball carrier is. Again, working the zone. I want to see Traders Point flash up, and instead it's going to be a turnover. 2 minutes played in the second quarter. If you're going to, with that matchup zone, go ahead and have somebody on the post flash up towards the free throw line, feed it inside, then kick it out. As the Chargers are going to drive low, up and in. Josiah Riggs with 2. And all of a sudden, it's 14-8, Traders Point. 3-ball, corner, got it. That one was made by Josh Daffler. First tray of the game for the Knights, as that ball is going to go out of bounds and stay with Central Christian. Mass substitution here for both sides as we get to the 6:22 mark. 17-8, Traders Point leads. Ball is knocked away, stays with Mason Allen, who drives and now kicks it out.
Traders Point does not win.
Hudson Miller now to Kai Baker. Kai in between the circles, and he'll reset the offense. Gets it down low to Riggins. Kicks out. 3-ball rejected. And again, returned to sender by Hudson Miller's 3. Goes out of bounds. Second big-time block here this quarter by Traders Point.
Sounds good.
Josiah Riggins now kicks away. And again, 2 big blocks here in this quarter, Coach Weems.
You know, Central Christian did a great job making a run from 14-0 to 14-8, and a couple turnovers, and Traders Point is lengthening it back out again.
Big 3 by Baker, no. Rebound, as that last made basket for Traders Point was Quentin Jones. Here comes Jones again, lays it up off the glass, no. Rebound by Jones, and gets it in. You talked about it, Coach. Rebounding for Central Christian Academy needs to happen.
I'll tell you, at halftime, Coach is going to take a look at it and say we got to do 2 things: control the basketball and hit the boards. We've got to block out.
Kai Baker has it here in between the circles, and is going to kick it down low to Kyler Perry.
Oh, nice.
And you finally get good ball movement and it ends up being a turnover as instead of bounce pass, maybe a little feed pass instead, or you get it up high somehow, some way.
It was through some traffic, but I think it's one that probably should have been caught.
And here comes Traders Point once again. And
Travel.
we're going to have, no, not necessarily travel, but I think he was out of bounds.
May have been, yes.
Small gymnasium, hard to see, especially with the bench for Central Christian being right there.
Well, I think if Central Christian will slow themselves down, I mean, they've already shown they can get back in a game. So if they'll do that, control the basketball, they can be in this game in the fourth quarter.
Kai Baker now has it over to Kyler Perry
my
for three.
Goodness, and my goodness.
That was from Greenwood for three.
That was a really nice shot. I mean, nothing but net from 25 feet.
Three responds no, and rebound Central Christian. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Knights. And again, here's the three-pointer. Kyler Perry just pops it from the volleyball line.
Their coach will probably remind him that it counts the same from there or from the line. 19-9.
21-11 the score.
Oh, nice cut.
And again, nice cut, nice feed, nice easy two for Cameron Reese, and he's been the spark plug for the Knights early on.
Now Traders Point has gone from man to back to a zone.
And this, again, extending the zone out. I don't mind the skip passes necessarily. You just got to find the right shot. Here's Hudson Miller. Opposite side of the floor. Now
you really want to get the defense in the zone to move, and if you can get them to move 2 or 3 times, they won't recover. Oh.
They try to feed it down low. Riggins puts it up in. No, but he's going to go to the foul line again.
That was a fortunate bounce for Central Christian. It was probably not a real good pass to make there.
And again, the foul situation here. 3 fouls for Traders Point. None for Central Christian in the second quarter of play. Go ahead, Coach.
They're letting him play,
Yeah.
but it's not out of control. And I think good officials can look at that and determine how tight they need to be called.
Let's go ahead as we get ready for the second free throw and thank the Wheeler Mission. For 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Volunteer today at 317-686-6239. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound here by Traders Point.
Traders Point does have some size on Central Christian, and when you do that, then you've really got to concentrate on blocking out.
Again, 2-3 zone here for Central Christian. Cam Reese kicks it down. The deflection stays with the Knights.
Central Christian's doing a good job of covering up that middle on that zone.
Long three by Cameron Reese, and it's good.
I think they gave him a 2 on that. They give him 3?
Oh, 2. Long 2. Said his foot was on the line. Again, just the sharp eyes of these officials.
Well, these officials don't have 68-year-old eyes like I do.
Long 3 by Perry's no, and rebound by Traders Point.
I mean, good hustle.
Baker traveling before the foul, and it goes against Traders Point.
I thought Central Christian was about ready to pick up their first foul.
First foul in the quarter, yeah. They did have a couple in the first. But again, here comes the Chargers.
1-2-2, half-court trap.
They've gone to that a couple of different times as Mason Allen kicks it down low, and that's poked away. And here come the Knights, slowing it up and going to work their offense.
As a coach, you'd like to say to your players, make the easy pass.
Kick outside to Hensley. Down low, and he's going to get fouled is Gage Fisher.
Now, when a player cuts through the middle like that, you just can't let them have their way. You've got to try to take that pass away. And so deny him coming through would have. Otherwise, if they get the basketball in the middle, 2 things can happen, and neither one are good.
Yeah. So Braylon Davis comes back into the game for Josiah Riggins. And again, for Traders Point, you're able to do that skip pass three short. I think if he would have caught it as soon as that defense was shifting over, it would have been a cleaner look, but still a good look for the Knights.
Because Central Christian is jamming the middle so much, it does open up that skip pass a lot more.
Again, this seems like either a 1-2-2 or a box and one.
I think it's a 1-2-2, and when the ball goes to the corner, they're putting 2 on it. The point on that 1-2-2 is doing a good job of harassing up front.
That's Cam Reese. That 3-ball ill-advised and long and short, and Reese comes out with the ball. Again, Traders Point settling their offense, looking for the good possession.
What a pass.
Just long. And this one's going to stay with the Knights. Again, homecoming night here. 1:11 left to play in the first half. It's Traders Point 25, Central Christian 12.
Now, that was a heck of a look. I mean, my goodness.
And again, if Traders Point is able to grab the ball, chin it, put it up with authority, you're looking at an easy 2.
Absolutely. That was as good a pass as I've seen this year.
3-ball short. That is Quentin Jones with the long 3 that is air. And we're under a minute to play in the first half.
A different guy up on top on that 1-2-2. Okay, and it's going to be Traders Point ball.
Yep, ball goes out of bounds, going to go to the Knights. And again, turnovers being the big thing for Central Christian that they're going to have to talk about in the halftime break as we get ready again here.
Well, certainly they can't have the number of turnovers they're having and win the game.
Long 3 is no good. Rebound.
What a nice rebound.
And it's going to stay with the Knights.
I mean, reality is that Traders Point's probably just a little bit more experienced, but Central Christian can help themselves by just doing some fundamental things.
Ball goes inside to Kiger.
Nice drive.
Shot is up short by Kenneth Reese, and rebound goes to Central Christian. Again, able to swing on the outside, but nobody. There it is, the first pass down low to Canada, excuse me.
Well, when he gets the basketball at the free throw line like that, if he turns quickly, he can kick a ball to a wing.
And that's going to be the end of the first half. Traders Point leads this first half score. Homecoming night for Central Christian. It's 25-12, and Coach Williams, we talked about it a couple different times in the first half. Central Christian, they're a young team. They're playing like it here tonight.
Well, and granted, we're, I think, 12 games into the season, so they're probably halfway through their season right now. Freshmen are still going to play like freshmen at times. However, I can tell you this. They've done some good things. They did some good things when they got back in the game after being down 14-0.
We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we're going to recap the first half and get ready for the second half. You're watching IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in
need. We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
Is very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
To you. truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get the
This broadcast is copyright by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. And let's go ahead and thank Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents the highly skilled and highly motivated workers in the field of construction, metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Start your career with Boilermakers Local Union 374. Call us at 219-845-1000. As we get ready here in the third quarter of play. Coach Weems, if you're Coach Kenny for Central Christian, what do you tell your young lads?
Let's settle down, let's block out, and let's control the basketball. I mean, this is the most simple piece of the game, and that is just doing the fundamental things.
7:30 left to play in the third quarter, just underway here. 25-12 Central Christian trails.
Nice back cut.
Back cut up and in. Good job by, that is Braylon Davis for the easy two.
A good adjustment by Central Christian there. Traders Point was in a man, so they brought everybody up, and it opened up a back cut.
And our Traders Point tried the exact same thing. Ball's turned over, and here comes the Chargers. 3-ball, short rebound by Joel Cook. And again, good shot selection there by Kai Baker. Again, I think he's stopped by Greenwood on the way.
I'll tell you, he looks like a pretty good shooter.
That shot is up and in for Traders Point. That is Quentin Jones. Again, he had a fantastic first half, starting it back up here in this third quarter of play.
Certainly has played well, without a doubt.
Traders Point leads by 13. That was the score at the half, as Josiah Riggins pulls off to Kyler Perry. Kyler Perry drives, lays it up, no. And here come the Knights.
A lot of dribbling, penetration, and there's a good shot by Traders Point. But, if you're going to do that, you got to make sure that you can get the shot up.
You also got to make sure you grab the rebound as that ball was off of Kai Baker, and that's going to stay with the Knights off of that missed two-pointer by Quentin Jones. Jones has it now in the corner, and he's going to move down.
They're doing a good job of working the zone. So they're moving the basketball well, making the defense move.
And here's Andrew Hensley, and we're going to have a stoppage of play, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Traders Point.
It may have been a double dribble, Coach. It almost looked like I didn't see him hold up a finger. Offensive
3 seconds in the keys. So here come the Central Christian Chargers. Josiah Riggins pulls up, no, gets his own rebound.
Nice board.
Kicks it out to Kai Baker, and he's going to reset the offense, kicks it down low to Kyler Perry. Perry, spin move. Down low, Riggins, no, rebound. And here comes Central Christian. That is Braylon Davis.
Get a foul.
And we're going to have the first foul of the second half here. 27-14 the score. 5:14 left to go in the third quarter of play.
A really good adjustment by Central Christian when Traders Point went to a man. They just brought everybody high and opened up the underneath. That's a really good move.
I think that says a lot for the Knights as they're able to give you different looks as well.
Sure, absolutely.
And here comes the Chargers. Double teamed, and that ball's knocked out of bounds by Cam Reese, and this is going to stay with the Chargers.
Tell you what, when you get them down in that area with the basketball, it gets awful crowded.
Chargers looking to trigger the inbounds and throws this ball. Still safe to pick up, and here come the Chargers. Kyler Perry now over to Kai Baker. Baker to Davis. Davis, floater, no. And here comes Cameron Reese. And again, take a couple more dribbles and you got an easy two.
I'll tell you, that was a nice move by the offensive player, though. And that was a nice shot.
Cameron Reese with the easy two there. And it's 29-14 with 4.5 to play in the third quarter. And it looks like Traders Point has switched up their defenses again.
Well, I think that nice save. With the offensive scheme that Central Christian was using against that man, I think it's a good move on Traders Point's part.
Riggins' shot is no good. Great save, as you mentioned, by Mason Allen. And he's going to now check out of the ball game.
There we go. Okay, it's in. All right, they're still playing. They're playing a zone right now, so they've gone to that. Open up.
Oh. That one jiggles all the way down and goes down by Kai Baker. He's had 3 threes, all of them great shots, selection, and here come the Knights.
He's a good shooter. If I'm Traders Point, I'm going to know where he's at.
This one here again by Cameron Reese will reset the offense to Quentin Jones. Back to Reese, down low.
Well, they didn't give the official much choice there.
No. As Kiger almost had it. And again, we get set here. 3:46 left to go in the third quarter of play. Let's go ahead and thank the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Our mission is building better futures. We acknowledge the whole person and their individual story. Contact us at 317-472-7600.
Central Christian still in their zone.
And we're going to get a blocking call. Good call as he's still moving his feet. He had the right to be there, but still leaning a little bit, gets the easy block call.
Well, you just got to be able to move your feet a little quicker.
And, I mean, being 17 feet away from the hoop, it's not going to be that bang-bang block charge call that we normally see. Down here, as Cam Reese kicks it back outside. And we get an offensive illegal or hook, and it's going to go towards Central Christian.
Well, I didn't see that. And that may be my eyesight.
Or maybe the chicken wing is more of the call. But anyway, offensive foul, and here comes the Chargers.
Okay, good help side by Traders Point there.
Riggins got his shot rejected but fouled on the way up. And he'll shoot 2.
He got him from the side a little bit. He was on top of the ball, but I think it was mostly body.
And again, I always chuckle at that when the kids put up their hands like I didn't do anything. But yeah, you did. Your body slammed into him off the sides, even though your hands were straight up.
Well, I tended to believe my kids when they did that until I looked at the film and then I noticed that.
I was going to say it's always easier when you're watching the video, isn't it?
Exactly, and then you find out, yeah, you did. And what's even worse is when you're sitting in a film session with the kids and you point it out, and they still say, I didn't do it.
Riggins makes both his free throws, and it's a 10-point ball game with 3:15 to play, and here comes Reese. Reese kicks it out to the outside on the wing, and here is Reese, drives low baseline, kicks it out to Kiger. And, again, great ball movement. They're able to get baseline and reverse court.
Well, you notice the Traders Point has gone to kind of a triangle cut in the middle with 2 interior players. So they're trying to take advantage of the open middle.
Hensley kicks it to
tough shot.
Jones, and that shot is short. And, again, both teams here extremely young. Central Christian having eight freshmen on the floor. At 8 of the 9 players are freshmen. Riggins, shot no. And here comes Traders Point.
Traders Point doing a good job slowing it down there.
Now they kick it outside, down low to Hensley. Hensley.
Nice.
To Cam, and shot is no good. Rebound, Quentin Jones. And that is Daffler, who has it up and in. Nicely. Daffler with the easy 2.
Nicely done there. And you notice, you can see the little difference in age. Traders Point does a little better job of controlling the basketball, making the right pass.
Riggins has it and is able to find Perry. And Perry has it on top of the key in between the circles. And we're going to get a timeout. And it will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:49 left to go in the third quarter of play. Traders Point up by 10, or by 13.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
1:54 left to go in this third quarter. Let's go ahead and say thank you to Piper Logistics. Piper Warehouse is a group of logistics professionals dedicated to working together and provide our clients with complete logistics. In Indianapolis and Cincinnati both. Roll with us. Call us today at 317-396-1023 as we get another. Let's go ahead and just reset this again. Central Christian able to kind of tide or weather this storm of Traders Point here early in the game.
They've just reacted a lot better this half than they did the first.
That shot's up and no good, and Cam Reese has it now for the Knights. Cam Reese kicks it down low, and that's going to be a foul call as Gage Fisher got the ball and got the foul call.
You know, if Central Christian lets that pass be made that deep, it's going to be really tough for them. They really need to be denying whoever comes through the middle.
Quentin Jones. Now the ball is on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball, possession arrow, Traders Point.
I'm not sure Traders Point wanted the jump ball.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, when we talk about jump ball and alternating possessions, as a coach, you want to keep that with you as long as possible, as we're going to get foul here, and this is going to go against Traders Point.
Well, it's really hard because, like you said, you want to keep the possession. So you don't want to blow a timeout if it's going to be yours. And sometimes we do. And then you've lost a timeout when you would have had the ball anyway.
Again, Central, and now we have.
They got clock problems.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to get that signal by our near side referee here. And we're just going to have another dead ball, and Central Christian has possession. 1:15 left to play, 31-19 the score.
I'd say Traders Point looks like they're going to be back in their 1-2-2 again.
Seems like it, and they will. Riggins has the ball for Central Christian over to Allen.
Nice. Nicely done.
Allen kicks it to the corner. Floater up, no good. Rebound by Riggins. He's been all over the floor. And now we're going to have a foul call. I believe that's going to be against Riggins. And let's just see, as it is against Central Christian. And it is against Riggins.
It looks like,
Central Christian again. Traders Point has it here. Cameron Reese kicks it outside to Gage. Fisher.
Still in their zone.
And I love that skip pass. Now you just need to flash up if you're Traders Point. Reese sets it in between the circles.
It's a good job. Now, Central Christian's also doing a better job of closing out on those shooters.
Down low inside, and that's where trouble is for the big man. Fisher has it now to Cam.
Nice shot.
His shot is up and true. Cam Reese putting on a clinic here in in this ball game.
Great job of going straight up and then sinking. Kind of a hard shot. Those 10-footers you don't work on as much as you do other shots.
No, not as much as you might work on a 15. Here's a 25-footer by Riggins, and it's no good, and now we're going to get a foul.
You don't work on those 25-footers very often either. So,
how much time is on the clock?
As we get foul with 3 seconds left on the clock, and Traders Point's going to be shooting 2.
Well, let's see if Central Christian does not want to blow any blockouts here.
First foul shot's no good. The shooter is Andrew Hensley. And again, 33-19 the score. Traders Point up. Second shot is up and in.
Nicely done.
Now, how do you handle this? For Central Christian, they're just going to dribble this clock out.
I think probably take a dribble too many, but Traders Point did a good job not fouling him.
Yeah, 34-19 the score after 3. You're watching IndianaSRN, where you always have front row seat.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Bertner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
We are in the final 8 minutes with Traders Point up 34-19. Passion of care. Don't miss this chance to turn your compassionate efforts into rewarding experience. Learn more about the SFC and the ATTC today and embark on a journey of care and compensation. Call us at 317-537-1811. And Coach Weems, again here with Coach Keith Myers at the controls of the camera, and Coach Chuck Levine, our producer here tonight. I'm Justin Griffiths. Again, Central Christian Academy coming in here. They're playing like not a team that you would expect to be 0-12 when you watch them on paper. They're playing, again, we mentioned it, there are a lot of freshmen, but now they've not really played like freshmen for most of the game.
I'm sure we're seeing a big difference between where they are now and where they were when they opened their season in late November.
Outside, and the ball is turnover, and we just talked about it, and it's the broadcaster's jinx as quick turnover here by Central Christian.
Well, that can happen to about anybody, and it just unfortunately happened to Central Christian after we talked about it.
And as we get ready to start this fourth quarter, let's go ahead and preview our games this weekend. We got two of them. It's the city semifinals tomorrow night with it is Heritage Christian and Cathedral on one side of the bracket, and it's Attucks and George Washington on the other side.
That Attucks team is very good.
And again, we got game time at 6 and 8, and it is Troy Darengowski and Christoph Kendrick on the call for both games.
I think they just picked up a travel there on that little jump shot.
And again, City Alliance Tournament tomorrow night here on IndianaSRN. It's at Tech High School, and we'll have Keith Myers for the pregame and halftime show for both games.
Good job of getting through that screen by Traders Point.
And again, yeah, I mean, both teams are moving well. They're moving well as Riggins lays it up, being able to beat his man off the hip and lays it up and in for an easy two.
Hey, he got him on his shoulder, knew he had him at that time.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of different people talk about it as that one is up, no good by Hensley. Shot it again, no good, but he is fouled there. If you beat him on the shoulder, beat him on the hip, and get him to turn like that, it's always going to be an easy two or an easy drive to the hole.
Especially when Traders Point didn't come over to help on that. It just wasn't there, so it was actually a really easy shot once he got him on his side.
Try to have your cutoff be the top of the score. Or even right there is fine.
First foul shot by Hensley is up and good.
This young man just looks like a really good shooter.
He is. I mean, he again, he's one of the leading scorers here for Traders Point. And it is 35-21, 36-21 now here with 6:47 left to go in the ballgame.
Now, if Central Christian is going to go back in the game on the defense side, they're probably going to have to go to man.
3 ball, no good. Rebound by Traders Point. And here come the Knights. And this one is up and no, but again, Hensley is going to get fouled.
They may have got it on the floor, so he won't be shooting. Yes, they did.
Yeah, and I mean, with 6.5 left to play in this ball game, and we're going to have a timeout.
Traders Point, full timeout. We're taking it with them.
Full timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:20 left to go. Traders Point up by 15.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Welcome back to Central Christian Academy. 6:31 left to play in this ball game. Again, Traders Point being able to control it from the opening tip. They had a big lead at the end of the first quarter, 14-2, and they really had. I mean, after that first quarter, it's been pretty evenly matched there, Coach.
It really has been. Now they just got an easy inbounds play for an easy basket. The thing that, for Central Christian to get back in this game, they're going to have to hit some shots. They can't hold the ball for very long, and they're going to have to put a lot of pressure on Traders Point.
Riggins drops down low and is fouled.
That may be the first time I've seen a pass made into the interior for a layup. Everything else has been off the dribble.
And it's been mostly, and again, you look here, and Mason Allen finds Josiah Riggins, and he's able to go to the stripe for two. Scoring with the clock stops is going to be big for Central Christian, and we mentioned it going towards the break. Central Christian might have to change up their defensive strategy. If they sit in this 2-3 that they've been in most of the night, Traders can hold for a long time, especially with no shot clock in the state.
Absolutely. And if I wanted to play them and force them to play me man-to-man, it's exactly what I'd do.
And they're coming out with a
little press.
three-quarter press.
Mm-hmm. That probably I could have picked a better pass to make there.
Yeah, that skip pass probably needed to go to the Rams' head center court.
They had a couple of opportunities there. That was a 40-foot pass is easy to recover to. Okay, so they're still there. I think they have changed up, but they're still in a zone of 1-2-2. There's a travel.
Yep. Hensley travels, and it's, again, they get the turnover that they need. The biggest question is going to be here the last 5:46 is if they're going to be able to handle and get more of those, or if a Traders Point is going to be able to just run the clock out.
Well, frankly, that was just a Traders Point thing. Central Christian didn't do anything to force that turnover. He just lost his balance.
This one goes outside, and again, Central Christian working it around and coming down low and stolen away. And here come the Knights.
Traders Point wasn't allowing anything in the middle then.
And
nice jump stop.
No, they're going to get a travel instead of the jump stop.
I'm not sure the official up top wasn't going to call a foul.
And these officials have been awesome all night long.
They've done a good job.
And again, being able to work with it on homecoming night, always big. And we talked about this at the beginning of the game. It's big for the players, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's also big for the officials because all eyeballs are on them. It's a packed house. They don't want to make the wrong call. And they've done a great job tonight.
They really have, and in a small gym like that, it's even tougher to do. A really nice pass, a nice cut, and Central Christian just couldn't convert the layup.
Here's Joel Cook down low, and it's going to be turnover. And here comes Riggins and the Chargers down low, 4-on-1. No, and it's going to be rebounded by Cameron Reese.
It was a nice drive. I think somebody might get a hand on it, though.
Down low to Hensley. Shot is up short. Rebound, no. Rebound again. Up and in, finally, by Joel Cook.
You give them 3 shots, one of them is probably going to go down.
Again, I just hear my coach in my ear all the time, chin the ball.
Yeah.
Keep it up high so those little point guards don't get it down low and force a tie-up.
They're little nuisances sometimes.
That 3 ball's no good, and here's the turnover by Traders Point for Central Christian. A 2-on-2.
Oh.
Reversal, no. Rebound to Central Christian. Riggins. Shot is up, no. Rebound to Traders Point. And here comes Cameron Reese. And this goes to the official. But unfortunately, he's not on either team, and it's going to go out of bounds to Traders.
That Central Christian layup, that was he obviously thought the defender was in position, but I think he probably had a really traditional layup very easily.
Riggins had it, yeah, and he just that was Allen who did a reversal, and it turned into a hodgepodge of things. Here comes Traders Point here, up by 17 with under 4 to play. Reese, little Euro up and in.
Nice move. The Central Christians kind of spread their men a little bit on the defensive end. Oh, nice move.
Riggins almost got the answer. Instead, Hensley's going to get fouled.
And they're still not at the free throw line yet.
The next foul will put Traders Point at the line. Coach, I've talked to some coaches. Some of them like this new rule. Some of them don't. Obviously, as a retired coach yourself, what do you think of this new 5-foul double bonus situation?
Changes are always going to happen, and you just have to get used to them. And they're not going to go back. Kind of like the class basketball discussion, it's not going to go back. So you accept it and you move on. And I think any coach that is really struggling with that, they just have to get over it because, frankly, it's the way it's going to be.
That is a good good reverse or hook shot, by Gage Fisher. And we're going to get a timeout here by Central Christian. It's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take it with him. 3:09 remaining. Traders Point up 44-23.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Central Christian Academy is our host tonight. And again, homecoming night, Central Christian not really getting the result they wanted. But again, a very young team. And you're always going to have growing pains. Coach Weems, you've known this a lot. You've had some successful years and some growing pain years.
Without a doubt. And, the younger the team, the more growing pains there's going to be. And this is one of the youngest teams I've ever seen.
I would hesitate to say this is the youngest team in the state, at least with the amount of ratio of freshmen to upperclassmen.
Oh, I'd say if there's a younger one, I want to see it because 8 out of 9 is unbelievable.
Great jump or great work around Riggins, who, again, Riggins has been down there all night long, and he's been able to get those shots up and get the calls down low. And again, it's going to be very interesting to see what this young man's being able to do in a year or two.
I'll tell you, Central Christian is very athletic. They've got some quickness. They jump well. They need some size. And maybe that size is within some of these kids that are already there, or maybe it's somebody that comes in later. But if they get some size to go with this athleticism and the experience, they're going to be a good basketball team.
Yeah, because they're able to fly. As that foul is going to be, Daffler checks into the game for Hensley. So you lose a little bit of size there if you're Traders Point, but you get a shooter in Daffler.
Well, and I think with Traders Point, the one thing you want to be able to do is probably match up and being able to defend guard on guard, as an example. Instead of having a bigger kid, maybe have to guard somebody a little bit quicker.
Again, with 2:48, the next foul puts Traders Point into the double bonus. That might be some thinking as well, as the foul shot is no good. And here comes Traders Point. And again, they're able to move this ball with ease.
Yeah, they are. And Central Christian stayed in that zone. And as a result, they're just not getting that much pressure on the ball.
Daffler drives, and he's going to... Is it a foul or a violation?
It's a foul. They're going to get a foul. And that should put Traders Point on the line, I believe. Now, if I'm Traders Point, I'm not necessarily looking to drive the ball like that either.
Oh, we're going to have a clock malfunction. Okay. We've had that a couple different times now. We're stopped here at 2:31. Let's see. I think they might. Yeah, they're just going to say, let's just redo all of this. Starting from the free throw. This is a first for me. I've never seen them just go, the last 30 seconds never happened.
It's a do-over. And we don't see that very often. And as a coach, and you're looking at Central Christian, you're saying, what's going on? And you're Traders Point, you're saying, what's going on? I mean, there's and maybe, no, I don't know. I have no explanation.
Riggins' free throw is no good.
Since the clock didn't start after the free throw, he gets to retake his second, and then go from there.
Thank you, Chuck. And thank you, Keith, as well, being able to get that into our ears. Since the clock didn't start on the missed free throw, we set it from there. Again, it's one of those kooky rules, something that we've never seen before and probably will never see again, Coach.
And they've got some experienced officials out there that obviously must have experienced it in the past because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, that is something else to be able to put three heads together, come out with the correct result. And, I mean, that is the correct result, whether for Traders Point you might not believe so. But in the end, no harm, no foul, really, because Riggins missed a free throw anyway.
Well, in this instance, if you're Traders Point, you're saying to your kid, we don't need to take the ball to the hoop. We're up 20. And let's make Central Christian have to work a little bit. We don't need to give the ball to them.
Riggins picks up the foul here, and I think that's his third. And if it is, that is big. I mean, yes, we have 2:30 left to play, so it might not be as big, but it affects it a little bit because now Riggins, who has been so physical down low, might have to start thinking about it a little bit. And, I mean, once you put that into a player's head a little bit, you will mess them up psychologically for the remainder of the ballgame, potentially.
When I had Isabella Reed, she was naturally really aggressive. So at the end of a game, if she had 3 or 4 fouls, and we were lining up and she was in the number 2 foul position, I always took her off the line because her natural aggression, that long pass that almost went for a basket. Oh, nice pass.
Riggins up.
They're calling a charge.
Oh, and oh my goodness, a charging call on Kai Baker. Offensive foul, so no free throws, but a big one because, again, here you see, and yeah, good call, Kai Baker, and that was,
I think it's his 5th foul, maybe.
Well, I'm trying to see the Traders Point. So Baker fouls out. I was trying to see who the Knight was who drew the charge as Cam Reese lays it up. No, but he's going to the foul line.
Kenneth Reese.
And actually, that's going to be against Traders Point.
Got a kick there.
Yeah, Kenneth Reese is the person who forced Kai Baker out of the ballgame.
Yes, yeah. All right, so now Traders Point's back in their zone, and they don't mind Central Christian putting up shots from out there at this point in time.
They do mind that turnover, however, and here comes the Chargers.
If this were a closer game, against a more experienced team, this could really be hurting them.
Riggins to Allen. Allen has it now. Riggins gets fouled.
But that wasn't a bad defensive play, and they've got to get Traders Point on the line anyway if they have any desire to try to make this game closer.
1:36 left to go in this ballgame. 47-23 the score. And, again, for Central Christian, they are playing above and beyond what their years are showing. Riggins, especially, his shot is up too strong. Rebound, Traders Point.
Now, Traders Point should probably just be bringing it down, slowing it down, and, making Central Christian come out and meet them.
Go ahead and talk about IndianaSRN. Miss any action? Catch your replay on our YouTube page. IndianaSRN archives are always on the stream. with IndianaSRN, you always have a front row seat. Again, Coach, this is one of the ones where both coaches are probably going to look at later on in the ball game, or later on tonight or tomorrow, and dissect what went right for them, what went wrong, and where to go from here.
Both coaches are going to be able to find some positives, and both coaches are going to be able to find some negatives. The key is whether or not they can make the negatives less negative in the future.
Central Christian, after tonight's ball game, comes in
0-13.
Central Christian will then, after tonight, have Mooresville Christian Academy on Tuesday, and I actually have that game with Clark Chafin. And so I'll be able to see these Chargers again Tuesday night. And I'm excited because, again, a young team, they're going to be motivated more to play, especially with Mooresville Christian coming in. They're one of the better teams in the Indiana Christian Academy League. So that's going to be a good game Tuesday night here on IndianaSRN as that Traders Point shot does everything but goes down.
Yeah, Mooresville Christian is actually coached by Mark Wright, who's the father of my first point guard at Greenwood Christian.
Oh, my goodness. So, again, we see this, and, again, rejection but a foul as...
You know, when you're a defender, it's hard to just let it go. You know? Yeah, I mean, it just is.
Especially with under a minute to play.
Yeah.
You're up by 20. Let that ball go, and you get the ball on offense now. And instead, you have Hudson Miller shooting 2 free throws. He made the first.
These are 15, 16-year-old males, and their natural tendency is to be really aggressive.
Yeah, I think that's males in general, to be honest with you, Coach. And Traders Point is just playing keep away. And, again, in this zone for Central. Long three, and it is no good. And a little bit of a head-scratcher there, Coach.
Well, they're young. And that will probably be addressed tomorrow morning.
And we have a foul again. Something that will be addressed in the film room tomorrow is, why are you fouling with 9 seconds left to go?
Well, I think it's, an experienced team is not going to do that. I mean, they're just going to be able to make sure that the players play out the game. You're up by 20. And there's no reason to foul. There's no reason to be taking difficult shots. I mean, that's not the way you want your team to finish out a game.
This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The pictures, video, and audio without express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited.
Thank you, Justin.
And with 10 seconds left here.
We did do it twice.
And Traders Point gets it, lays it up.
Nice
this
shot.
one juggles home. And that is Caden Frothingham. And a long three is no good. And Traders Point picks up their 4th win on the season. 49-26 your final. They go to 4-6, while Central Christian falls to 0-13. Coach Alan Weems, once again, what takeaway from both teams here?
Both teams young. Both teams are trying to get their season on track to be competitive at the end of the year. And I think both teams made some strides tonight.
Again, thank you to Coach Keith Myers working the camera, Chuck Levine, the producer tonight. For Coach Alan Weems, I'm Justin Griffiths, and have a great night.